What? What are you doing?
I have hiccups. Really, really.
I can't hear
I have
anybody.
hiccups so bad. Ugh. Like
Can
bad.
anybody hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we hear
I
you
got nothing.
fine.
I'm trying to change my background.
Mm, no.
I'm gonna go help her real quick, Marcelli, with her audio.
My picture still. I'm trying to brighten up.
Are you hearing me, Jessica? Don't shake your head. Say yes so I can see if I can hear you.
Yes.
Somebody else is in my living room.
I only had two options to choose for a background. Huh. Oh, wow. Uh,
Hmm.
Who's got hiccups?
That ought to might make things interesting.
Very.
be nice.
I mean, I know we just had lunch and all. I know where we were.
Nope, we can't hear you, Marcelli.
Welcome to CTC Live, everybody. Welcome. We are today here with our fabulous success coaches. The whole purpose of them being here today is to make sure that you guys are successful, that you guys learn everything that you need to do to be able to actually figure out your life in college and beyond. we have a few new fresh faces, and so we're super excited to be able to have you here today. I'm going to ask Charlotte if you kind of take over, introduce your team, and let us know what students need to do to be successful.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, CTC. I am Charlotte Wesley, the Director for Student Success Coaching. Woof, woof. Joining me today is my fabulous team. We've got at the top where you see Paul Esper. Wave to us, Paul. We've got Jessica Gonzalez. And our newest member, Tammy Drew. Yay! So we've got a full house, as you can see, Marcelli, and we are very eager and ready to get started with meeting our students.
I'm sorry, guys. Can you please go ahead and tell us what is the main thing that you want to make sure, like one thing that you need to make sure that our students know about being successful. This is live, so if you have any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat. We will be monitoring that to get some answers for y'all.
Okay, so we could start with, we're just going to dive right on in there. So student success coaching, it's all about academic success and how we can help you, our students, achieve your goal in a way that works just for you. So kind of personalizing it, one-on-one visits with our success coaches. What exactly is success coaching? Simply put, it's a process where we as coaches can connect with you, the students, to create a learning experience that is tailored to your individual needs, goals, and challenges.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, success coaches, I need a hot tip. Each one of you, I need a hot tip for your students. What is the one thing that you think students need to be aware of to be successful?
Setting goals.
Yeah. Okay, can you let us know how to do that a little bit? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Yes, and overcoming some challenges. By the way, hi, I'm Tammy, and it's really, really helpful if we can set goals. You need SMART goals, is what we like to call them. So you have specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So let me go over a couple of these goals with you. So a specific goals, we need to make a specific goal. Don't just say, I want to do better in class. How do you want to do better in school? You want to take your grade from a C to a B. Okay, it's a good goal. Measurable. It means you need to track your progress. Okay, give yourself a time frame. I'm going to dedicate a certain amount of time to achieve this. An achievable goal, make it realistic. Don't think you're going to graduate in less than a year. Make an achievable goal. Okay. Relevant, make sure it matters to you. Your goals have to be important to you. It's not what your parents think. It's not what your friends think. That's why it's important to you when you want to achieve that goal. And time bound means you need to set a deadline for yourself. Give yourself a time frame. So if you have a paper coming up, you need to say, well, I'm going to get this done in a certain amount of time. Now once you have your goals, you have an idea, you need to bring them down a little bit. Just chunk them off and make a step for all of your goals. Like I mentioned, if you're writing a paper, you're not going to write a whole paper in a week. You're going to start by taking a piece of it, maybe writing an outline, and then, working from there, putting it in a draft, and then finally doing a final piece of your paper. Okay, so you're going to take your goals in steps, small steps, so you don't get overwhelmed. Now, what's really important is you don't get stressed. You don't want to feel like you have taken on too much. There's a lot of things that you're going to be doing, but you don't want to feel like you've taken on too much. And unfortunately, sometimes we do get overwhelmed or we do procrastinate, like we don't want to do this. It's just too much for us to handle. So here's some steps that you can do. You can take some time, like only give yourself maybe 25 minutes or so. Take a break, relax a little bit, and then go back to something. Okay, so you just don't want to get too much in there. Okay, and then some other things is you're going to feel stressed. And we all feel stressed about everything, but that really is just managing your time, taking a breather, kind of like maybe stepping back from a little bit, knowing that you can get this done. Okay, when you take the steps and you get your goals set in place, it is a lot more manageable. Okay, so that's kind of why we're here. We're helped here to maybe make, we can help you with this plan. We love for you to come in. We'll go over your course outline, whatever's happening in your world. We can totally help you personalize and outline for you to help you manage your time, manage your life and your classes. So we're here for you. We'd love for you to come in and see us.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. I know Jessica and Paul, I know you have something to say.
Always.
I
Who's first? Let's go.
well, I guess I'll go next. So, and forgive me, I've got hiccups really bad. So if you hear me hiccup, just kind of, maybe edit that part out. So one of the things that can help our students be successful is the fact that we do have a coaching program at CTC. We do serve first time in college students at Central Texas College, including those that are first time at CTC that may have gone to another institution. However, we will help any student that comes in and asks for a coach if they are outside of what we call our first time in college students. And for this reason, the coaching program came about, and just like Tammy said, to help our students be successful, to help set up those SMART goals, to help set up, time management. And part of that process is actually making an appointment to come see a coach. In our CTC, or I should say within our CTC website, we do have a coaching page, a student success coaching page that students can navigate to. And if you just go to a search bar and type in student success coaches or coaches, you should see our webpage come up fairly at the top of a search. And from our CTC website, students can actually schedule their own appointments, or they can go through our office with the phone number and email to schedule an appointment as well. Our appointments can either be virtual, in person, or on the telephone. So we really do try to meet the students where they are. Now, one of the things that Tammy did state, and I'm going to elaborate on it a little bit, is that when students come in, is we ask we can ask some of the challenging questions. Why are you here? What brings you here? And oftentimes we find that students can actually speak to us. Maybe if they can't speak to their parent or can't speak to someone they're close to, or you can't even speak to the faculty member, their teacher, the professor, don't know how to. Oftentimes, as Charlotte will say, we want to be your first friend in college. So oftentimes when you're coming in during that appointment, those questions are going to be challenging. And we ask you, yes, we realize we're speaking to an adult, but oftentimes if we don't ask you those challenging questions, we don't know how to help you. And it's not getting after you or anything of that matter, but it's really finding out what is the problem and what are some of the solutions. And that's what coaching is about. However, we are there also when we need to celebrate the kudos, when we need to celebrate the wins. But again, coaching is to help you with challenges when you don't know where to navigate. And like your SMART goals, the coaching program, when you come in for an appointment, your coaching plan is specific to you. It could change today. You can come in tomorrow. We could see you a week from now, and it can change every time you are in touch with us. We invite students to come see us when they can. And again, as I said before, we're trying to meet you where you are. And we realize that not all of our students are in person. We have a huge online population, and we have a huge population that is hybrid. So don't think that you can't come speak to us just because you are not on campus. If you're here, if you're on campus, we would love for you to come to the coaching building, Student Services Building 215. However, if you cannot and you're virtual, or you're online, I should say, or hybrid, pick up the phone. We can do phone and we can do virtual. And soon, thanks to our colleague Paul, who's come to us with some amazing suggestions, next week, keeping fingers crossed, next week we are going to hold, for Paul and Charlotte, we are going to hold all CTC office hours where any student can join in using Discord. So yay, Paul, way to go. We're so excited. So each coach is going to take a day. We're going to hold virtual office hours Monday through Thursday from 1 to 3. And each one of the coaches is going to take an afternoon where you can come in the Discord and you can ask us questions. And I'm not going to tell you that we have all the answers, because we don't. However, We're going to help you. So please, please come see us, make an appointment. Either way, please come visit us in Discord. The information for Discord is going to be advertised on, I believe, our news link. It's going to be advertised throughout the monitors, on campus, etc. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mariceli. She posted a link in the chat box. So again, we look forward to seeing you. And again, we are here to develop that actionable plan that Tammy was speaking about. That plan from the coaching perspective is developed just for you. And some of the things that, and let me talk briefly about some of the things we see students for. I can't reach my faculty member. I've taken on too much. I feel overwhelmed. I don't know how to manage my time. I didn't read the core syllabus, which is your Bible. I am having a food insecurity today. I need transportation to school. I am not sure about purchasing a book, or I don't have access to the materials I need. I need help with VA or financial aid. So again, we may not have all the answers, but we're going to refer you out to those resources so you can get help with those answers. And that's what we are here for. So now I'm going to pass it on to Paul. But before I do, Maricele, do you have any questions for me?
I haven't seen anything right now. No.
Thank you. Made it through without any hiccups.
Good job. Good job.
I know, Paul.
Okay, so I am following very long-winded individuals, but I'll give it a shot. See if I can't talk as long as y'all talk. So essentially, our goal is to establish connections with you that are not just for your first year, your first month. We want to be here for you for your entire career while you're here at CTC. I haven't been here a full semester yet, so I don't have any really big success stories, but I'm sure some of the other coaches do. But I do have some stories of students that I've already worked with in the short amount of time that I've been here, and they found a higher degree of confidence. They felt a lot more confident going to talk to the financial advisors about what their plan is, about setting up those initial steps before they even started their journey. Many of us say, hey, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to do this, but we don't even think about what is step one. How do I ensure my success all the way through college? So we're here to kind of help you figure those steps out. We are active listeners. We want to listen to what you have to say. Sometimes we can identify some of those things in your thought process that we might say, wait a minute, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Just to give you another perspective, an outside perspective on what's the best way to meet your educational goals. Sometimes that may be as simple as, maybe you shouldn't take on 4 full classes. Maybe we should just try to get the rhythm going, type of a thing. But the coaches here, I know we all care extremely about each and every one of the students that we work with, and we care a lot about each and every one of the students here at CTC, and we want to see them all be successful, and we want them all to have a great college experience, because attending college is part of that is attending college, being part of the college experience, which we're hoping to start working on more of those things with the students as we improve as well. But I look forward to meeting each and every one of you that make an appointment. I often tell my students as well, you don't have to always make an appointment. If you just want to pop in, wave your hand at me and say, hey, I'm here. It'd be good to see you. And I look forward to meeting you guys.
Awesome. Aren't they amazing, Marceli?
I love them. I love them. So if
Yes.
anybody has any questions, please go ahead and put it in the chat, because this is a great team, guys. This is the team that's going to help you, guide you. There's a reason why it's a coach. They're coaches.
Yes.
They're going to
And
guide
I've-
you through it.
And I've got a couple of other things. We hear, sometimes we hear, well, what's the difference between a coach and a tutor? Well, the tutors are going to help you with your academics. Like, we make referrals to the tutoring center. Go see a tutor. They can personalize their attention around your subjects. But as a success coach, we're taking a look at the total student. And sometimes you do have those challenges that you need to get over, those hurdles, and you're just not sure where to start. How do I even start this class? I'm enrolled in this class, but reading through what is Blackboard? What is a syllabus? We had a student that asked what the syllabus was or how to even read or know what the syllabus was about. So these are some of the things that a coach can help walk you through. But not only that, but that school work life balance. How do we fit all of this in? How do I become a student while working, while trying to balance a family? Um, just the other day, I had a student that was not a first time in college student, this student was actually close to graduating, but she had been in this degree plan, but was not even sure what she wanted to do. She had an idea of transferring to a university, but what she wanted to transfer into, where she wanted to go, what kind of job did she even want to have? So then I just called my buddy down the hall, William, in career services, and we just made the connection to, hey, let's just start taking a look at some of the things that she could do, what this degree plan here at CTC, where this could lead to a four-year university, and everything was cool. She was happy. She left and, oh, now I get it. So it's about making those connections. So don't be afraid to ask those questions that you think are silly because we may have a silly answer, but a true and factual, for real answer to lead you and to guide you to where you want and need to be. And so
Okay.
we've I also have, I want to discuss some of the, here I go, some of the benefits of seeking out a coach. So establishing that personal connection. And you know me, I always say the success coaches want to be where the students are, not just where the students are on campus. That's kind of the easy thing to do to see the students that are around, but what about the ones that aren't here? So we're working really hard to connect with the students that are taking classes online that are not physically here on campus, but establishing that personal connection, being your first friends on campus, um, to better identify and address personal, educational, and career challenges. Again, we don't expect you to know everything about being a student. And so when you just can't figure those things out, come and see us. Um, Enjoy an ongoing, steady source of encouragement. You ever had those days where I'm just not feeling it today? Well, look at the four of us. Each of us comes with a different skill set, and Paul is a great motivator. Jessica will talk you to death to the ends of the earth, and I love her for that. And Miss Tammy, her voice is just so calming. And so I just feel like we just have just the perfect team to help guide and encourage our students. So come and get some encouragement and some snacks while you're at it. Um, to a source of community and campus resources. We have the resources that the students need. We have the answers to the questions that our students have. So, yes, our success hallway is where it's happening.
Mhm. It really is. It really, really is. And there's a whole hallway of support. I mean, the whole building is about support. But specifically that hallway is just has so many different aspects to make sure that the students are successful. And this is in the student services building in our central campus.
Correct.
Um,
Building 215.
15. What would you guys say if maybe you have a student who's not local and they can't go visit you down the hall? Um, how can they reach out to you guys and let you know, hey, I really need to talk to you or need to figure out my life and my education?
Well, like it was mentioned earlier, we've started up the Discord section of the CTC server. So hopefully we get some communication through there. They can always reach out to us by email. If they need to shoot us an email, the student success coaching email. They can also look us up through Blackboard. Many of us are assigned specific students that they can just send a message that way. Especially if they're first time in college, they will be assigned to one of us for sure. But if they're not a first time in college and they're just looking for a way to reach out and get a hold of us, then go to the CTC website in the search bar, type in Success Coach, and all the information that they'll need initially to get a hold of us can be found right there. Um, if I could just take a moment, I'd like to also address a very specific demographic that I know are near and dear to Charlotte and my heart, and that's the veterans that attend the college as well as active duty. We understand as veterans and that there is a very specific language skill set that many military members have to have, and we understand. So sometimes they can come and talk to Charlotte or I, and we can understand where they're coming from. We can also sometimes understand the frustrations that they're experiencing just because of their military background. We have to try to remember military people have all been programmed to act and be a certain way, and a lot of times civilian life does not really want to cooperate with that, so it's hard to deprogram. So sometimes having that voice that's kind of in between, we never really get fully deprogrammed, but somebody who's in between and can navigate both worlds a little bit sometimes makes it a little bit easier. So we encourage those veterans out there that may be looking for that additional support as well to reach out so that we can be that communication for them, be that liaison between the civilian world and the military world.
Excellent.
And Marcelli, I think we did mention or we touched on the Blackboard course, but we didn't go into detail. So as a first-time in college student, our students are enrolled into their very own Blackboard course. It's called the SOAR 1000. And so each coach that you see before you has their own course, and Jessica has now been moved over to um, take care of our CTE students. So Jessica will handle the CTE students in her Blackboard course. And Paul and Tammy and I, in our course, we're assigned our students by their last name. So students, you have your own coach. As a first time in college student, or if you are a early college, high school, or anyone that wants to have a coach, you just simply let us know, send us an email, and we can assign you to one of the Blackboard courses by your last name. Now, this Blackboard course, the SOAR 1000, it's a not for credit class, so it's simply just for resources. So we send out announcements, but it's also a way for us to reach out and communicate with our students. So we try not to send a million emails through there. We will send you emails through your student email. But again, the SOAR 1000 is for announcements. Anything that we hear, any resources that we know of, we will place them in the Blackboard course.
All right. So, oh, that was a lot of information, guys. And if you don't realize it, this is what they're here for. They're here to give you all the information that you need to be successful. That's really the bottom line. And that may mean that they might have to sit down and talk to you for a while and really figure out what's going on with you, what's the best course of action, plot it out, go through with it. And if you kind of notice, Tammy set the goals, Jessica's going to talk to you about it, Paul's going to make sure that you get there, and then Charlotte's just going to be in the background just making sure everything's going smoothly. That's kind of how I see you guys, and I may be wrong, but it's actually kind of great because they all have skills. You may relate to each and every one of them in a different way. And that may be exactly what you need because one of them is going to give you information from one point of view, think about one thing, and maybe you talk to somebody else and you go, oh, wait, I also know this, 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 this. This is the opportunity. That's what they're here for, to guide you and throw you into an opportunity to get answers where maybe some other times you just don't know where to go. This is where you go. Go talk to them, go interact with them, figure out what you need, and they'll help you figure out how to make it happen. Um, I don't see any questions. Let me see. Do we have any questions over here? Not right now. I see we have somebody here, Crystal. I don't know if you have any questions, but if you do, please put them in the chat. I am looking to make sure. Now, for those of you that were interested in Discord, I put it in the chat a little while ago for those of you that are live, but if not, for the recording, the link is CTC, the number 4.me/Discord welcome Eagles. Again, CTC, Charlie Tango Delta for those military, the number 4, Mike Echo, /Discord welcome Eagles. That is going to be the link that you guys are going to go to that will give you access to the Discord. You can also go ahead and contact the success coaches. Their email is successcoaching@ctcd.edu, successcoaching@ctcd.edu. Crystal, yes, thank you for letting us know. You want to make sure you're better informed this semester. And that's the thing. Sometimes that first semester, you think you got it and then you don't.
Mhm.
And we're coming up at that time around midterms. I don't know if you have. What happens around midterm, Charlotte? Do you know? Because I don't
Oh,
know, but I know on my end something happens around midterms with students, especially that first semester.
well, that first semester, they just start, they get overwhelmed. Um, Maybe they have too many classes, or maybe, they're trying to balance family and they're trying to balance work, or they start procrastinating and oh, I still have time. I have time to do this assignment. And before you know it, everything just grows bigger and bigger and it gets out of hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm,
And this is where, now I will
mhm.
say it's better to figure it out around midterms than around finals.
Correct,
You have
correct.
a little bit more of a chance to turn things around before you get to the finals. This is the
Yes.
time. If you haven't got it together, it's okay. This is the time. You still have a chance of at least having something positive kind of come out of it, and maybe the success coaches can actually help you get back on track so that you can complete your classes on a good, and have a good positive ending to the class.
But you know what, Marcelli? A lot of times, students know or they've received messages. So we always encourage students to read their student emails because the faculty, they're sending messages out to the students. Retention alerts, students, you may receive a retention alert and it lays out exactly what it is that you're missing or that you haven't done and how you can recover. So if we react to these things in a timely manner, the semester can be saved.
Mm-hmm. And we still got chance. We're only a few weeks in, so we still have a good chance to turn it around. And this is part of the reason why we're doing this is please come talk to the coaches. Um, I find it that a lot of the times, even if you don't really need help, just doing that check-in. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Paul. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Tammy. I am Mariceli. I've heard about you. I don't know who you are really. I just came to introduce myself, to know where your office is, and just kind of figure out what's going on. Um, yeah. Oh, see, Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. We need that kind of feedback. We need to know. Paul, Crystal's saying that you have done a great job at keeping her up to date with all the announcements and events. Yes, you have.
Aw,
I know you have. I know you have. And this is what we need. It's good for us to know too, like for the coaches to know what they're doing correctly and what you would like for them to do differently. They need that kind of feedback too. Um, so that's awesome. Alicia, I see you're in. If you have any questions, comments, throw them in the chat. Let us know what you think. Or if you're like, I have no idea what I need to do, I need a success coach immediately. We can get you set up pretty quickly too. But we really are giving everybody the opportunity to go ahead, type any questions you may have. Let us know how we can be helpful. And I say us, but it's really the success coaches at this point. I'll throw it in every once in a while, but this is about them, not me. Um, you're an advisor and a student. See? Wanted to know more about all the things. This is exactly what's up. Information is
Oh,
power. Um, oh, she's like, I work very well with Charlotte. Yes, we love Charlotte.
Alicia is amazing. Alicia handles our nursing students, and she and I work very well. That is correct, because the students, we don't want to send them off in a direction where they do not need to be. So Miss Alicia helps us help our nursing students get the classes that they need to be enrolled in, knowing where to start, their prereqs, what they need to do for their prereqs. Are they even ready to apply for the program? So that is a great collaboration. Thank you, Alicia, for the shout out.
yes. Oh.
The Department of Health Sciences, absolutely.
um,
I'm
can
a
you?
bold, bossy lady.
Yes, you. Does she know you? No, just kidding. Um, one of the things that we can you explain and you kind of touched on it, but what is the difference? Because I've heard people, what's the difference between an advisor and a coach?
You ask, okay, yes. So again, our success coaches, we are going to handle those challenging questions that students have. Our academic advisors, they're wonderful. They help our students get started. They put the students into the classes. They talk to them about their degree plans. We go a little bit further. We're not just about academics. We're about the issues that they may have outside of the classroom as well as inside the classroom. So we've got students that we need to make referrals to any of our campus and community resources. They're unhoused. They need the use of our counseling and wellness centers. So it's just different things that we have identified or that we can identify. So we go a little bit further than the academic advisors, and we appreciate the job that they do with the degree plans. But, students, maybe this isn't the degree plan for them, or maybe the first semester didn't go so well. And so now we're facing academic probation. Maybe we're headed into suspension. Well, now we need to wrap our arms around them and figure out a plan to get them back on track.
And this is why she's our mama bear too.
Oh,
She she takes care of all the students. So, all right, let's see. Any other questions or comments? I disconnected myself, guys. Sorry. Technical issues. I had to move the chair and it went bloop. Anyway, um, any other questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat. Let us know if there is anything else. This is a great opportunity for you guys. Uh, Alicia, thank you for joining us. She's being summoned, she says. Um, this is a great opportunity to ask questions, clarification, let us know what's going on, how we can help you. This is a great and perfect opportunity for that. Um, we're really grateful for this group right now. This is something that we have worked really, really hard to do, put together, because we know that there was a need, and the students sometimes didn't know where to go, didn't know who to ask questions to, or what's kind of that first line of defense. And the college decided that this was what we're going to put into place, these success coaches to help guide you through especially complex processes that sometimes do occur.
right. And Maricela, we hear from Julie all the time, through all of our surveys and through all of our studies, we find that students just do not persist beyond that first semester. We were having problems with retaining our students. So, that's kind of how we were born, to help the students persist from their first semester into the second semester and to each semester until we get them through completion. So instead of wandering around a degree plan, trying to figure things out, visit with a coach so that we can help put you on a plan and guide you and motivate and cheer you on through each semester.
Okay, so really quickly, I know that you guys are going to be doing your office hours in Discord this time or next week. What are the hours that you guys are expecting to be in Discord? More or less, what's your schedule?
We'll be in Discord from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock every day, Monday
Okay,
through Thursday.
and this is Central Time, guys, for if there's anybody that needs, especially if you're not near here and you want to have an opportunity to talk to a coach between 1 and 3 Central Time, one of the coaches is going to be available to meet with you in Discord. Again, the link for that is CTC, the number 4.me/Discord welcome Eagles. If you use that, that's going to take you to the Discord server for Central Texas College, and they have their whole section there already set up where you can actually go in there and talk to them, ask questions, and interact with some of our other students as well. That is also an opportunity that we have there that maybe you don't know. I find that in Discord, and for those of you that don't know, this is another platform that has taking a surge post-pandemic. It was something that has existed for way before the pandemic, but after the pandemic, it became a lot more popular. And so we're trying to meet you where you're at. So if you use Discord, take advantage of the opportunity, meet with them there, ask your questions. And even if it's outside those hours, they have a place there where you can ask questions and they'll check in every so often and make sure that somebody's answering them. So don't feel like you have to wait only during those hours. They have their section there and post if you're in the other side of the world and it's not convenient, you're going to be asleep between 1 and 3 Central, go ahead and post your questions in there and they will get back to you as soon as they can. All right. Anything else that we might be missing that we might need we need to touch upon? Nope. Anything else? Let me look. Go ahead, Charlotte, if you have anything else.
No, I didn't have anything else.
Okay. Excellent. So thank you very much to our coaches. This has been a great opportunity to introduce you, especially the new team. We have new teams. The coaching has been introduced before, but we have new team members. So this is a great opportunity. Keep your questions coming. Remember, come meet your coaches, talk to them, interact with them. Let them know who you are. I promise you that just by doing that on a consistent basis, you will be more successful. Thank you very much for everything. We hope you have a fabulous rest of your week and keep it successful.